Howdy, Tall Trainer here, and we're going to get to a body weight resistance training workout. And so, we're working on a barbell or a dumbbell version of this workout as well. But if you don't have a barbell or dumbbell, this one is going to be a great option. Now, when you don't have much equipment, some of your options are different. All right, so you got to get more creative when you don't have equipment to use, especially when you want to do some specific work. And so we got a little bit of creative going on in this workout. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 exercises with a minute of rest after completing both of them. So a minute of one, minute the other, and a minute of rest. We're going to do that 3 times, and then we're going to move on to another set. All right, we've got 3 sets to work with there. So this workout should keep you right about 30 minutes. All right, we'll do a little tap back, reach up. That's one of the best warm-ups. One of the best warm-ups right there. Reaching that leg back, sinking down, reaching up, stretching in there. I'll show you from the side there, might actually be helpful too. So reaching up, right in there. All right, so it's gonna be important. This is a total body workout. We got upper body and lower body that we are doing, okay? Now there'll be a few options that you can take, but most of this should be doable for most people. Again, most. If you got a shoulder injury, upper body stuff can be a little bit different. If you got a knee injury, some of the lower body stuff may be a little bit different. But this workout will modify a little bit for you. All right. Groovy. Groovy, groovy, groovy. All right, let's do a kickback crisscross because it's good. There's some upper body sets to start off with, and I want to make sure we're ready a little bit in those shoulders. All right, a little bit of work in the legs too. It's nice. All right, so what we have is we're going to be in a bent over position. All right, and we're going to be doing shoulder circles. So working the upper back in there. So upper back is really meant for lifting weights. That's how God designed it. He gave us these muscles for picking up things, picking up objects. So if we don't have any equipment, we can't pick up any objects. All right, that's not an option to us. All right, and so what we're going to do is we're going to find challenging positions and higher repetition numbers. All right, and then we're going to team that up with a push-up. The push-up is on the floor, straight push-up, or you can do it on some stairs or a countertop or a coffee table. That find a way to find the right level so you can have some good posture while you're doing it. All right, so we'll start off with a bent over row. Well, bent over shoulder circles based off the bent over row exercise. All right, so we're tipped over, chest out, butt out. Imagine like you're just tipping right your hips and we're circling those arms. All right, shoulders away from the ears, chest out, circling the arms there. All right, reaching out wide. Keep the head back. You'll notice I tend to drop in like this. I got to try to work on that. Puff the chest out. You're getting a little hamstring stretch while you're doing this, all right? There's a little bit of hamstring stretch. Don't be knee bending too much. Just stick the butt out and stretch those hamstrings. Stick that tailbone out behind you. Stick your butt out like you're trying to tear your pants, all right? Hopefully this one works for most people. If it doesn't, you might even be able to do shoulder rolls right in here. So where the arm is bent a little more. Still getting those shoulder blades working. That's what we're really focusing on this one. Oh, keep that head back, Jeremy. Come on. So we got a minute of this one, then we have a minute of push-ups. If push-ups don't work, a tricep kickback can work. If you've got a couple gallons of water or something like that, you can do that, or if you do happen to have some dumbbells. All right, so push-ups on the floor here, shifting forward, coming down and up. Shoulders away from the ears, chest out. Good posture. So swing those shoulders out. Notice how my head goes out in front of my hands while I'm doing this. My head is out in front of my hands at the bottom of that push-up. All right. Pushing. So I'm demonstrating from the knees right here. You can do from toes also. Oh yeah. All right, very nice. Now make sure when you're doing this, I even started to do a little bit. Your head starts to drop. Keep that head back. Pull that chin, pull those hips up a little bit to get a nice straight position as you're pressing. Harder, but it improves our posture more. All right, I'd rather you do fewer with great posture than do a lot with bad. All right, now we got a rest break. That's nice. All right, so that's that one. We got 2 more to go. All right, so again, upper back, push. So we got a pull and a push. So the main movements for our body is that action, that pulling and pushing action. And so that's really what we're focusing in on right here. So the barbell version of this is you're grabbing the weights and you're pulling those weights back towards you as you do that. So it's a very similar position, very similar position. The benefit of the barbell is you have varied resistance levels you can use. Whereas our body weight, we're fighting our own strength there. Now, if you want to, you make it just a little bit tougher. I mean, really a couple of soup cans or something like that, just to make those arms just a tiny bit heavier. All right, because it's a hard position as it is without anything in your hands. So you get a couple little, what was it, 16-ounce soup cans or something. You could do something. All right, let's try that row, the shoulder circles again. All right, right here. I consider it in the row family. All right, squeezing back, squeezing back. So chest out, butt out. Work on your body position here too. That's part of it, pulling that chin back, head's not drooping, chest is still out though. All right, so head is back and chest is out. This makes for a tricky neck position a little bit. It's just awkward because we're used to dropping like this, but we're trying not to. Squeeze and circling. Oh yeah. Nice. So chest out, butt out. Stick your butt out like you're trying to tear your pants. Don't go too bendy at the knees. Just a slight bend. Oh yeah. Don't drop your face, Jeremy. Push that chest out, push that chest out. As you push your chest out, it's gotta come out in front of something. And what it comes out in front of is your shoulders. All right? In order for a chest to be out, it's gotta be out in front of something. All right. And now the push-ups again. All right? Shoulders away from the ears, chest out, back nice and straight. Things lined up really nice as you're doing this, all right? Think about pushing the floor away from you. If you're getting too much wrist pressure, it may be that your elbow's popping forward. As you're doing this, try to tuck that elbow in just a little bit, all right? So you're right in here for push-up land, all right? Not out in here, not tucked in here, right about in here, pushing up. All right, that's it. I'm saying this, my head's out in front of the hands, all right? That's where you're at. That's where you're at. Better be where you're at. Whew. Shoulders away, abs tight. Should be getting pretty tough now. You might have failed already. If you want to try a couple more push-ups, you can. All right, rest break. There you go. Set 2. Set 2 of 3. Yes. All right. So loosen up a little bit. Sip of water. You can pace around a little bit on these ones if you want to. So some people are really antsy. They're like, I gotta get my movement. Gotta get my movement. Well, you can do that. You can march in between. That's not gonna hold back your results too much. Don't sprint in between because you do need recovery. You need recovery for your body. All right. So don't go nuts though. March it out. Shake it out a little bit. Oh, yeah. Roll the shoulders. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. So, one more set. Really have a chance to squeeze and work in that position. We got the shoulder circles. We got the push-ups. And then we're done with those, okay? So see if we can get as much as we can. We're trying to get as much as we can out of them. The harder we work, the more we benefit. All right? It's not like in some other places, the harder you work, somebody else benefits. All right? That's not the way exercise works. The harder you work, the more you benefit. All right? So find your challenge. Oh, yeah. Head back, chest out. Squeezing, fluttering those arms. Make sure you're not scrunching in your neck as you do these. Shoulders are away from the ears. Imagine like you're trying to take your shoulder blades and tuck them into your back pockets. All right, you're trying to touch your shoulder blades to your butt cheeks. All right. Reaching wide with the arms. Nice and wide. We'll get you even better work. So don't get too bent up unless you have an injury. And then you can do this. Then you can do the shrugged in ones. Head back. Chest out, hanging on those hamstrings. All right, push-ups. Coming down, hitting the work. Head out in front of the hands, abs in tight. Nice solid body position there. Sometimes I pause at the top and go, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm gonna try some more. All right, it's usually when I'm about to fail. Oh, my yesterday's workout showing. My arms are a little bit toasted. Almost there. What we got? Last couple seconds, one more. All right. We got a rest break here, but we're switching exercises. All right. So we're changing it up. And now, the next couple are kind of funny, all right? I will admit it's a little bit funny. All right. But you don't have any equipment to choose from. And we want to try to work the bicep and the tricep. Usually you got to be picking up stuff. In order to do that tricep, maybe you could push on the floor or something like that. To get a little bit of a bicep, you really need to be picking up something. So without picking up something, the cool part about this, it's right inside your capacity level. It is not harder than you can, no matter what. So injury risk maybe is a little bit lower on this one than other things. All right, so posture's key though. It'll be really easy to hunch on this one. All right, so it's a resist yourself. All right. Yeah, you're like, what is this? What is this guy like showing off his bicep? I'm pushing down with this one. Let's get started. Pushing down with this one, pulling up with the other one. All right, so pushing down with the hand, we got the watch on there. All right, and then pulling up with the one underhanded here. I'm already tired. So you're resisting as much as you can, fighting the opposite arm. Pulling up with one, pushing down with the other. And it's kind of a smooth, slow movement there. All right, you can see my tricep firing up over there. You can see it. Ah! Ah. Oh, it's already gotten really weak. Silly but hard. Silly but hard. All right, switch hands. Switch hands. Underhand this one, overhand the other one. Resisting up, pressing down. Pulling both ways. Pulling both ways. Pulling the bicep and running tricep. So as I'm coming up, my tricep is resisting the bicep. And as I'm coming down, my bicep is resisting the tricep. So you're working both directions, so there's really no rest break. Unlike other exercises like push-ups. Be like push-ups if somebody was pushing you down. Good, shoulders down, chest out. Try not to get hunchy with it. It's your own body, all right? You can hold good posture while you're doing it. Oh, they're giving out on me. Feels as weak as a kitten right now. Feels as weak as a kitten, but they're both working. All right, a little rest. Yeah, we gotta do that 2 more times. All right. And you know what? If you feel dorky while you're doing it, who cares, right? I don't care. I don't care. All right. It's a little silly, but my goodness, it's really good work. That was really hard. Like bicep, tricep. Right in there. So you're pulling up, bicep, and one's pushing down. Is tricep. Woo. No rest. Well, except for right now. 20 more seconds. All right? Because both arms are working pretty good for those 2 minutes straight. Hope there's a leg one after this. My arms are gonna be toast. There is. All right. Grab on. Here we go. Pressing down, pulling up. Pressing down, pulling up. So you can change the focus a little bit sometimes. You can focus on the bicep pulling up and resisting with the tricep, or you can focus on the tricep resisting the bicep. So like it sounds the same, but it's different. Whichever arm you're featuring when your thoughts changes some of the focus. Now for me, triceps getting more than bicep. Maybe that way for you too. All right, that last one I think I was just shaking my hands up and down. I got 12 seconds or so. Because they're getting spent. Oh, I wish I wasn't so good at this. All right, pressing down, pulling up. I guess maybe I'll turn this way just so you can see the tricep action there a little bit more. Pulling up, pressing down, pulling up, pressing down. If you want to even the score, you could hold a little bit farther down, like, you know, hold more by the wrist of that top arm, and that should make it even just a little bit more pressure on the bicep. All right, because we just changed the leverage of that. If I go up farther on the hand, it's a little bit harder on the tricep. Those little movements do matter. So I can do it from the wrist on this one, just for a little difference, and I can feel the bicep a little bit more with that change. Tricep still toasting. All right, rest. That muscle. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Ooh, there's lines in that sucker. There's lines in yours too. There are. There are. All right. So we're resting. We got one more set. All right. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. Oh. Now, the cool part is, as you get stronger, you just resist yourself more, whereas when you get stronger, you got to choose heavier weights. The trick of this one is, you got to be honest with your effort. You got to be honest with your effort, because if I just stand here, move my hands up and down, it's not doing anything. All right, so I have to be honest with how hard I'm working on that. Really challenge on the way down, really challenge on the way up. 8 seconds. I'll stay with the wrist. How about that? I'll keep it even there. All right. Pressing down, coming up. So notice I'm holding right here. All right, I'm holding by the wrist right now in favor of trying to get the bicep a little bit more. Again, if I go farther out back to the hand, there should be more leverage on the tricep. All right, the closer I go in here, the less power I can generate for that tricep, the less resistance I can give it, which makes it have an easier time. But if it makes the bicep have a harder time, that's okay. All right. Get to work, Jeremy, come on. It would be easier to go faster, but I'm trying to get a benefit here. Oh, come on. All right. All right. Pressing down, pulling up. Try to get a good range on that. Get a little dip down there. Try to get that bicep to stretch a little bit at least. No equipment, tough time. Here we go. I am my own equipment. But that's what's nice about it. You're not gonna overdo yourself as much on this one. Your body just gets tired all in general. Shoulders down, chest out. Oh, mercifully, we have finished that one. All right, a little rest break, and then we've got legs to go. All right, we're gonna do a tap back for the legs. All right, so what that is we tap back and we step back up. So in the warm-up we do that tap back alternating, we're gonna tap back, same leg. All right, so same leg's going back and coming up. I just tap it lightly right here, back again, and back up. If you have knee issues, try it, but don't go very deep. Go for more of a tip forward, so I got more angle on here, and then standing back up. You get your hamstrings, you get your butt a little bit. Try to see if you can still bend a lot in the hip as you're doing that. All right, if that doesn't work, we do have leg raises as an option, but if you can and it doesn't hurt the knee, I would go with that one because it does mimic a real life movement that you're still gonna end up doing. You're gonna pick up something off the floor someday. All right, so if you can, practice that is good. So knee injury version is right up in here. So very slight bend in the knee, lots more tip over, tapping back, and then trying to stand up on that front leg. Full version is dipping all the way down till you're just about touching that back knee on the ground. All right, sometimes I actually will tap the back knee on the ground as I do it. Now, one thing I notice when I do this one, I throw my head forward a lot of times. So I'm gonna try to push my chest out and bring my head back. Feels awkward when I do that, but it's better posture. It's better posture. Now try not to push off your back leg. Try to pull yourself up with your front leg. All right, like you're pushing that heel into the ground and coming up. If you want to make it a little bit tougher, don't come up, lock out, and rest each time. Keep it bent and come right back down again. All right, switch legs. So my front leg towards you here is now working. All right, work on that chest head position, Jeremy. See if you can be a good role model. Let's find out. Dig that heel in, squeezing from the glute to come up. Again, if you got a knee issue or something like that, try tipping, but do tip pretty good so you're still stretching your butt out. All right, you can see that a little bit more on this side because it's my front leg. I'm tipping in there, stretching it through here, and I still activate and squeeze the glutes. All right, in a way that I may actually use them in real life. All right, nice work. Digging that heel in. Last couple. All right, nice work. That's that one. That's that one there. Now in the other workout, we have the option you actually use a weight, a barbell, or hold some dumbbells in there. A lot of people doing this one won't need the weight. All right, so if you've got 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds to lose, you got plenty of weight on this one already. All right, this is plenty hard, and it's already like you're carrying weight on your legs there. All right, they're already doing the extra work. So don't worry if you're not able to add too much to this. And if you don't have any equipment, it's still a good workout. It's hard. It's hard. All right, as we're doing those tap backs, make sure when you're tapping back, this front knee doesn't hook in on you. All right. Sometimes when our glutes are weak, it hooks in so we can come up, but that's where we start getting into trouble with the knee. All right, so squeeze that knee out, line that up, and now the butt is invited to the party more. All right, maybe I'll do a front on version for you. Tapping back, squeezing up. Now the farther back you tap, the harder this is. So if I reach farther back, now this front leg goes under more stretch. All right, whether I go for the knee injury version where I'm not dipping as much, not bending the knee as much, I'm tipping more. All right, or if I go full down, keep that chest out, head back, come on. Always a chance to work on posture. Always a chance to work on posture. Oh, see, I'm pretty strong. I mean, At least I pretend to be. All right, and this is hard. This is hard. This is body weight, and it's difficult for me. It depends on how much focus you put into the exercise as well. Tap back, squeeze up. Tap back, squeeze up. Nice. Squeezing it there. Boom. So I'm leaving that slightly bent at the top, really standing up. It's almost a one-legged exercise. All right, that's one that makes it so tough is my whole body weight's on that leg. It's like you're stepping up into the back of a truck. All right, it happens. Turns out nothing to hold on to. Oh, gotta use the glute. All right, take a rest. One more set. The workout is finished when we finish that set. All right, so pretty good work. You can see how repeated work at this is gonna make you better, increase your strength, increase your endurance for the leg exercises, for the upper body, for the upper back, the chest, you know, so you've got plenty of things there. All right, lots of wonderful things that can improve, that you can fight harder, battle harder on, and as you improve, you get more repetitions, you get more focus, you play more in those lower, harder ranges of motion. It's a good deal. 12 seconds. Just for variety's sake, I'll turn this way. Variety's nice. It stays the spice of life. Here we go. Tap back, squeeze up. So you're lightly touching. Sometimes I tell people when they're doing this one, it's like you're stepping back on a puppy. Oh, why would you do that? Yeah, don't step very hard, okay? Honestly, we have a puppy. It gets under our feet all the time. The key is don't step hard. You go, whoo, and move and get that weight off there. All right, so keep the weight on the front leg and lightly touch the back and pull up with that front leg. Yeah, remember your knee injury version? It's more of a tip. Small knee bend, lots of tips, so you're still activating the hips. All right, that becomes more of a deadlift type motion on that front leg. More like a deadlift there. All right, tap back becomes a little bit more like a squat. Almost there. On the other side. Pressing in. The more you focus, the more you get out of it. Honestly, I can make 3 feel like 15. With that effort and squeeze on the way up. When you really focus, it's a little slower, a little twitchier. I feel a little shaky on that leg as you do it. Sometimes I almost feel like there's 2 stages to it. I get about to here, and then there's the finish off stage. It's a different set of muscles coming in there. All right? Enjoy that change if you can find that difference in there where you get about part of the way up and you go, oh, and it gets a little bit harder to get through that mid. We did it. All right, I'm going to change my timer around. We're going to do just a few stretches. Not too many, just a handful. Just to make sure we're good to go. Let's start off with just a chest stretch. It's been a minute since we did chest. Shoulder down, chest out. We're going to do a 2-sided chest stretch right here. If you have a doorway, get into that doorway. Step into there. Let that squeeze you back a little bit extra. All right. Oh, that's nice. Shoulders down. It's good work for a short little bit of time, right? About a half hour. We've nailed some stuff pretty good. All right. Let's come on down here. Let's do a hamstring stretch on the ground. All right. Pull those toes back towards you. Press that heel up to the ceiling. Grab behind here. and pull it towards you. All right. Oh yeah, that's good. You can hold higher, and the more flexible you are, maybe you would. Try to aim for the more and more straight on that. All right, other side. Bottom leg is laying down as you do this. Oh, lovely. Straightening, pulling the toes back and pulling towards you. Oh yeah. Now, if you have time, I would recommend going through one of the full stretch routines. All right, PNF stretching, body restoration, or the standard stretch. That's about 8 minutes or so, because you don't want to get too tight. All right, but we do have this condensed that if you don't have time, hitting these will be good enough. All right, point that knee down, push the hips forward. We talked about this stretch on one of the calls here. So if you go to the August 3rd, 2020 call, depending on what year we're in now. All right, other side. We talked about this stretch. Somebody asked a great question. Joan asked a great question there. Point the knee down, push the hips forward. About how to get this stretch if you can't actually reach that foot. All right, and some options for that. Abs in tight, push the hips forward. Make sure you take advantage of those other resources. The talks are good. I mean, I like them. I think they're good. But the questions are really, really good. All right, asking the questions that you probably have yourself. All right, that's it. Legs, arms, chest, and back have been worked. Most of our body, A-okay and ready to rock. All right, so keep working on this. Keep getting better at it. All right, I'm going to say a quick prayer. God, thank you for a body that can improve, and that even without equipment, we can get ourselves sweaty, tired, working, and that sweaty, tired work will make us stronger. Help us to stay the course, to be consistent, and to exercise again tomorrow. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, amen. All right, guys, have fun, be safe, God bless.